Good morning. I am Kevin Price. Delighted to be with you, talking about you and your business. As soon as I'm done with this show, I'm going to be scrambling down the road over to the Franchise South Expo. Yeah, Franchise South Expo. I'm going to be there covering it today and tomorrow, and I want you to join me there at that event, and I can get you free tickets. You know what? I know people. Go to usdailyreview.com. They're sponsoring your ability to get free tickets to this great event. And, and by the way, William Edmundson, who's my guest here this segment, by the way, you might want to go and send some of your people to that event because it could be a great place of finding your next client.
Absolutely.
But get your free tickets over there at usdailyreview.com in the business section. William Edmundson, as always, welcome to the program. You are with a company called Abby, ABBY.com, and a phenomenal company, a business on the front lines, helping companies really take care of themselves and focus on their primary business, which is their business. Gee, what a novel idea. Tell us about your guest today, and tell us a little more about Abby while you're at it.
Yeah, just real quickly, Kevin, about Abby. We are a Houston-based chain of executive suites. We've been in business over 30 years, and we provide 24/7 office space, virtual office solutions, and just about anything somebody might need to help make their business successful. We also offer flexible terms and a number of packages that really meet the needs of your business, not just a cookie-cutter pricing.
Yeah, I like that.
So I'm pretty excited today, Kevin. We have been working with a credit card company called WorldPay as our vendor, and you hear a lot about credit card companies in the news because of all of these things that have happened recently with Target and with white lodging through all the hotel chains, and you hear it's almost like every week there's some new kind of breach going on, and it's a scary thing. But Steve Gibbs is the regional sales manager for a company called WorldPay, and that's who Abby trusts with all of our credit card processing. And Steve has joined Abby recently with their Houston office as a virtual client of ours. But we wanted to let Steve talk a little bit about what's going on in the credit card industry.
Very good. Welcome to the program. How are you today, Steve?
I'm doing great. Good morning to you both, and thanks for having me. Doing great.
Want to mention early on, worldpay.us. That's worldpay.us. Go right ahead. Tell us about your company. Give us your elevator speech, if you will.
Great. Will do. Yes, worldpay.us is the website. We're a top 3 processor globally. We're actually a direct acquirer, so we're one of only about 5 companies that actually have our own switch. That means we process everything. We don't outsource it. We're a direct processor. We are located in the U.S., or we're U.S.-based, and we've got around 450 direct W-2 sellers around the country. I'm here locally in Houston. We process anything that deals with electronic payment, credit, debit, gift and loyalty, electronic check conversion, ATMs, and PCI compliance and securing the card data is our core competency, and that's where we found our niche. We found our niche in protecting businesses, protecting their livelihood and their legacy. The businesses are out there. They need to understand a lot of the requirements, a lot of the simple countermeasures that they can put in place, and it's one of the most misunderstood aspects of our business, and that's PCIDSS, which stands for Payment Card Industry Data Security Standards. As William mentioned, it's been in the news quite a bit, but excited to be here and excited to partner with Abby. It's been a great experience so far, and looking forward to the future.
Yeah, go ahead, William, with your question.
Yeah, Steve. I've been reading a lot in the paper and on the web, and I understand that 97% of breaches that are occurring happen through small business owners. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. And when we say small business, I mean, we hear about Target, we hear about Neiman Marcus, we hear about a lot of the things that are happening in the news, but hardly is it ever mentioned with the small business owners, and that's 1 to 2, 3 locations. And the thing about that is there, as I mentioned before, there's simple things that can be put in place. And what we're finding is about 97% of that, like you mentioned, is small business. The most staggering number to me is that 95% of that could have been avoided. And when I talk to a lot of business owners, and I do quite a bit every day, every week, And I asked them, I said, what do you know about PCI security, or payment card industry data security standards? And it's one of them just least talked about topics to the business owners when it has such a huge impact. And there's a lot of things that they need to understand as far as their requirements, not only to the cardholder, but to the processors. And each processor asks that they become compliant. They complete self-assessment questionnaires. There's things to like checking their outward-facing IP address and getting network scans. And it's really a quite simple process. So we found, according to the Verizon data breach, and I have copies of this, anybody that's interested in receiving this, this is for the 2012, 174 million card numbers were compromised. And that figure that you mentioned, yes, 174 million. And this is anywhere from, and when we talk about a data breach, it could be like in an instance of Target where they had a point-of-sale system, and there's a malware, there's an additional program that somehow got on top of that system. Every swipe, every key enter transaction was being recorded, and then they pull that software out and they get the numbers and they go out and try and sell them, in whatever fashion. But it could also be someone writing down a card number, a full card number, expiration date, the CVV code, and maybe storing it in a Rolodex. They want to keep that card number on file for a customer for easy processing. Well, they get a break-in or they have some kind of, the door could fly open, a little sticky note flies out the door. If it gets tracked back to them, they're responsible for that information. And they could potentially have fines. There's costs for forensic audits. Of course, there's damage to the brand name. So it's a costly experience.
Yeah. I'm sorry, we got about 2 minutes left, and I know I have a couple more questions left. I apologize, but when that 175 million, is that just in the United States? That's not possible.
It is. It is just.
So what is that, like 2/3 of the population that has credit cards? I mean, there's 300 million people. It's staggering.
It's crazy.
And my producer, who sometimes, occasionally, but not often, is more clever than I am, pointed out that it could actually be same person, multiple cards. That's probably true.
Exactly.
Yeah. I feel sheepish now. Anyway, okay, very good stuff. We got about a minute left. You want to wrap it up for us here? Make sure we get both your company and our guest company website out there one more time there, William, as we wrap it up.
Yeah, absolutely. You can reach Abby. You can see our website at abby.com. You can email us at abby@abby.com, or you can give us a call at 888-785-8800. That's 888-785-8800.
Gentlemen, thanks to both of you. Great topic. I do want to make sure you also check out this credit card company, worldpay.us. Thanks to both of you, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Hey,
thanks, Kevin.
Want to remind you as I wrap up this segment, I'm going to be spending my day today and tomorrow over there at the great Reliance Center for this great expo for franchises. Why don't you join me, get your free tickets at the business section of usdatareview.com.